and welcome to Polly Wanna Stitch Floss-tube number 2. I've made it to number 2. I was so excited about all the responses I got from my first video. It was so nice to hear from people, and I'll tell you one exciting thing that just blew me away. I was sitting in here quilting, and I always watch YouTube videos while I quilt, and Two Tall Stitchers, which is one of my favorites, shouted me out on their video. I started screaming to high heaven. My husband come running in here and says, what's wrong, what's wrong? And I said, no, listen. Thank you, ladies. You just made my day. And especially be called out by you is so great, because I have watched your videos for so long and have so much respect for your stitching and your channel. So I just want to say thank you for helping me out and in watching my video. Also, Unfinished Stitchers watched my video, and they made a comment about my project bags, that they liked them, and I was so excited over that because I learned how to do the project bags from her. So I've learned so much in doing this process, and I'm so thankful for everything. So today I'm going to do what's called the Patriotic Parade, and I'm so excited to do this. I was told by several people that responded, said, I can't wait to see your Patriotic Parade. So here it is. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get right into it. They did point out one thing to me that I never told you guys my name. Well, my name is Polly. Yes, I'm on Polly Wanna Stitch on Instagram, Polly Wanna Stitch on Facebook, and Polly Want to Stitch here. I can't show you. I was trying to show you my great shirt I got. It's the Lady Liberty, and she's all quilted, and she's really cool. I like her. So I'm going to get started because we've got a lot to show. I did want to take some time and show you some of the fun other decorations I found this year that are for Patriotic and that are for 4th of July. I got this goose. I don't know if you can see all of her. Look at her boots. I got this from Home Goods, and I could not pass her up. Her sunglasses, her hair, all in this little bow. It was just so much fun. And then Hobby Lobby never fails. They always have good stuff. And they had the cutest little, I just got her. I hadn't even gotten the tag off of it. Little patriotic goose. Gooses are really coming in. Back in the 90s, I cross-stitched a lot of goose, so I do like them. The other thing I found at Home Goods was this beautiful little house that lights up, and I just thought that was so pretty. My oldest granddaughter, I have a Avon house that lights up and fireworks shoot out from it, and she's already put her name on that. She says, Mimi, that's mine. When you're gone, I want that. And I'm like, you can have it, baby girl. The other thing I found at Cracker Barrel, of all things, Cracker Barrel, was this neat, look, isn't he cute? He's a salt pepper shaker, but Abe Lincoln. You cannot say anything bad about Abe Lincoln. I love that. The other thing I got, one more thing from Hobby Lobby. Of course, we all love Betsy Ross, and I just love that. And then I found this at Home Goods, and my husband was in favor of this, an eagle with the flag. You can't say no to that. But let's get into this patriotic stitching, and let's see what all we've got. Whoops, sorry, didn't mean to stick away, but that was taller than I thought, and I think I just broke him. Well, the first thing is I do not have a pattern for it. I took this to StitchCon. I finished it at StitchCon. I got to hit the gong, but I don't know what happened to my pattern after that. But this is With Thy Needle and Thread. It's all the call for. It is on Picture This Plus 16 count Legacy, and it's Souvenirs of the Heart. There you go. That's good lighting. I really like this stitch. I've already went looking for a frame. I want to put that in a frame. Maybe I can find something between now and before I pack everything up. The second thing I did was Oh Glory, which I showed you on my other video. And I really enjoyed this stitch. But I will show it to you again because it's good enough to look at twice. Whoops, sorry. Thread. Let's get that off of there. Old Glory. That's a good shot of it right there. The other thing I showed last time, and I'll just show them really quick this time, is the Grand Old Flag by Brenda Gervais. This was a fun pattern. There's 3 of them. I got all 3 done. I'm going to try to put them all on the board right here for you so we can see them. If you need more details, you can go back to my first video. I can't believe I'm making a second video. But here we are. And here are all 3 of them. Well, I was afraid of that. There's one. Number 2. I've seen a lot of people stitch these. They are so pretty, and they coordinate so well together. There you go. And this is on 16 count Picture This Plus Legacy. I do a lot on Legacy. The second one is another one that you saw before. It is Elliot from Annabella's Needle Arts, the eagle. And I showed that last time, but here she is again. Elliot the eagle. Now then, I have Liberty's Ride. Liberty's Ride is Primitive Needleworks, I believe. No, Primitive Stitching. This is Wren, and I believe it is 16 count. I like that sheep. If you hear a little whining, it's my dog sitting outside the door who doesn't think I should be in a room without them, but he doesn't. She'll want out as soon as she gets in too. Okay, now I have Let Freedom Ring, another one by Annabella's Needlework. I was giving this away last video and no one said anything about it, so this is a giveaway. If you're interested, just say freedom in the notes. And there she is. Let Freedom Ring. Okay, the next is out of a cookbook 2025, the one that is, you know, in March from Nashville Needle Market. So I can't show you the pattern. It's just on a scrap of cloth that probably it's a Hobby Lobby. But I wanted to stitch something that had the 1776, 2026. I don't have this pattern, but it's one of the first things I finished stitching when I came back to cross stitching, and it's a Little House Needlework, and I think it's Liberty Girl. I'm not for sure. I cannot find the pattern, but there she is. I just love that dress. Let me square her up better. Maybe if I hold her back here a little bit better, you can see the whole thing. Oh, I should have ironed this. I so apologize. There must be a skill to this I've got to learn to obtain. But there she is. I love that dress. That dress is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This next one is Lady Liberty. It's in a Punch Needle and Magazine, and I showed it in my last video. But of course, we got to show her again. I just love this. There's a Uncle Sam that goes with it that I probably will stitch. I saved the other half of this cloth for him, but I just love this. This one got the most comments last time. This is by Needle Treasure Nook, Star Stripes and Blooms. It's on 16 count Wren, I believe, and oh, I love this one. This one will go into a pillow. I'll have all these finished and over sometime during the year, and I can then show them again. I can't find my pattern on this. I don't know the name of it, but it's Lady 4th of July, I believe. And if I find it, I will. I just love her. I think I have a thing for cross-stitching ladies. This is out of the Punch Needle book. It's the scissor fob, and I'll be showing the pattern later as one of my whips. But isn't that gorgeous? That is 4th of July. It's just a scissor fob is what it's supposed to be. I will probably make it into a pillow. The next thing we have here is another one of Annabella's patterns. I can't show you the pattern because I don't have the main copy of it. It's just called the Flag, I believe, but it's tiny. It is on 18 count Wren. But isn't that pretty the way that looks like it's flying? I just love that. I love the shading. I have a little bitty frame that I want to put that in. The next one, I made when I first came back. I can't show you it's from Primrose Cottage. I can't show you the pattern because I just have my working copy, but it's called USA, and it just has 2 colors. USA. I love the red. The white is not stitched. That's a really good pattern there. I like that. The next one is called America, and it is by Threadwork Primitives. And this is Wren, I believe, again, 18 count Wren. The next one I have the pattern for. It was one of the first things I stitched when I came back to cross stitching. It was one of the first things I finished. It's by the Scarlet House. It's called a Patriotic scissor pocket, but I'm not going to use it as a scissor pocket. I'm going to frame this. This is on just a piece of Hobby Lobby, I think. I'm not even sure what it's called. But there you go. I love the colors in that. I love a crock. Ooh, who doesn't like a good crock and American flag? They go together like apple pie and ice cream, don't they? You know, I'm here in Arkansas, northwest east corner of Arkansas, and we grow watermelons and we grow cotton, and it has to get hot. And so it decided to get hot. It is flaming hot around here. Oh, I think the whether the heat index or something right now is 106. So this was another finish I got to do at StitchCon. On my next video, I will show you the things I did at StitchCon and all the people I met and all the great YouTubers I met that were so kind to me and helped me a little bit with my stuff and subscribed to me so that I would have some subscribers. So if you really like my videos or want to see some more, please subscribe, like, and watch my video fully and let me know if there's something I need to improve on or do differently. I would love to know. I love good criticism. It's always good to learn from. This is another Primrose Cottage. This was their freebie from last June. While I was at StitchCon, a lady, another table mate across from me, she was working on this year's and she was trying to finish it. We both finished at the same time together, so we went up and hit the gong together. So it's the 4th of July round by Primrose Cottage. Sorry, it's in black and white. I don't think my color copier was working at the time, but here she is. I just did her on a light blue that I had. It's called Sky Blue, I believe, from Picture This Plus, 16 count. Really like that. This is another one of my favorites. It is, oh, my pattern's missing. I think it's a Primitive Needleworks. Well, I thought I had all my patterns here, everybody, but I'm sorry. We are missing a pattern, but we'll go ahead and talk about it. It's Uncle Sam's Patriot Keep, and I'm very positive it's either Primitive Stitching or Needle Treasures Nook. I think it's Primitive Stitching. I'll know for sure in a minute, but isn't that gorgeous? The red bird was supposed to be black, and I thought, you know, you need a cardinal on here. I got a black bird and a cardinal, and this is that sky blue, and just love it. Absolutely love it. And then the last finish was something I did right when I started back, and I wish I would have taken the time and done it differently, because I'm pretty sure now that I look at the pattern, it's called America, and it is by, hold on a second, it's inside my screen here. Well, it's Primitive Stitches. I can't show you the pattern because that's all it is the pattern. But I saw on Bonnie on Unfinished Stitches, which is another one I love to watch. YouTube I love to watch. And she had done it on a blue. a dark kind of blue, or I guess more medium blue. And I wish I'd had that when I did this, because I think that would have been so pretty. But it's just a simple America. I think I'll make that into a long pillow and maybe get a really neat button or something to put on that. I think that'll be great. So that's that one. So those are all in, well, no, I have one more finish. And this is from Primrose Cottage, red, white, and blue quilt. You say quilt, I'm your girl. I love anything to do with a quilt. This was really a fun stitch, and this was done on light taupe Lugana 28 count. There is a mistake in here, and I kind of was able to work around it, and I don't think you can really notice it now, but boy, that was fun. I really found this neat thing at Cecilia's Samplers in Branson, and I'm just going to step over here and grab it. It is a little bed, and I want to cross-stitch some quilts and put that on there and demo that way, you know, demonstrate it, show it off in my house. But this is the cutest little bed. Look at that iron rod bed. That just caught my eye, and I was like, oh, that's me. I'll have to apologize to you right now for my hair. I told you it was 107 degrees heat index. It is burning up. And you can take a shower and step out of the shower and dry your hair. In 5 seconds, you're all frizzed out and everything because it is so hot. It's just, it's miserable hot right now. And I don't think we're going to have anything letting up anytime soon. I want to take a moment and tell you about some YouTubers that I spent some time watching. Once again, Too Tall Stitchers, love you, thank you. I want to talk about a young mother and daughter team that I like to watch, and they're getting a lot of they're making patterns now, and they're getting them out there. And the daughter's husband came home one day and told her that they had to do a freebie for the 250th. It only happened one time, and they had to do it. And so I was watching their video last night, and they show where you could go on through their video. There's a link, and you can pull down this free pattern, America 250 anniversary. It is so cool. He cross-stitched it even. The mother gave him the thread and everything, and he wanted to do the whole thing. So I think he did a lot of the lettering design, and then they added a little bit to it, maybe this bottom and then the stars. But isn't that cool? You need to go check out their video, and you need to go link up with that and get this pattern. That would be worth it. The other thing that I purchased that recently was Patriotic is the sampler trio of Erica Michaels. I think you can see that pretty good, but what got my eye was, of course, the My Country 'Tis of Thee, Sweet Land of Liberty. But look at the middle one. It says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I got like 3 people that I want to make that for. I think that would be so nice in their home. So if you get a chance, I got this off of Etsy from the Farmer's Attic. I buy a lot from the Farmer's Attic. The other thing, I do subscribe to Punch Needle and Primitive and Stitcher, and I don't know if you've seen this yet, but boy, they've got some patriotic stitches in there this time. The first 2 on the front caught my eye right away. It's just filled with great patterns in here. Somehow my mailbox leaked and my magazine is wet, but I mean, like, here's one. Look at that. And that's by, it's called Two Horse Sampler by Twin Peaks. Let's see, I can find there's more. I know there's more because I've been thumbing through it. I just wish my mailbox hadn't leaked. Never had that happen before, but look at this. I want to get this one started. It's called Summer, with the crow and the watermelon. And remember how I told you my son-in-law, his family raises watermelons out of Cave City. And this is called Watermelon Watcher by Chrissy Morgan of Finally a Farm Girl. That is probably going to be a new start for me tomorrow. I got a lot of new starts tomorrow. Now let's get into some whips. I got a lot of whips. As I told you in my last video, last summer before the 4th of July, I decided in a way that I wanted to celebrate the 250th birthday of America was to start and try to finish 50 whips between now and December of this year. I got the 50 whips started. I got the finishes. You saw some of them, and then I've got the 50 whips. So I made it by June 28th. So now I just need to work on finishing them. Now I'm realistic. Some of these will not get finished, but some of them are almost finished, and they're really looking good. Now the first one I wanted to show you is Faded Old Glory. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And the colors in it. And this is by Lori Rippey. I believe that's with Primitive Stitching or Homespun Prims. Homespun Prims. Now, this is my start. It's on a 28 count Lugana. And I'm going to show you something. Doesn't every stitcher do this? On the bottom is a primrose that I finished. But you know, you use your fabric. It's expensive, so you use your fabric. So that is my first one. My second one, that now I can tell you that Uncle Sam's Pen Keep was from Primitive Stitching, because this one is Uncle Sam's 1777 6 Pillow Keep. There he is. And this one, I figure once I sit down tonight, I will have this finished, because it is, it's quite almost done now. I ran out of the, you think this is black, but it's like 3710. It's like a dark, bright, blackish brown. I need to get him a face on there. But once I do this and this, all I like is that right there, and it will be done. And I think that's going to be a finish, so I can be able to mark that off. Now, as you know, everybody has been doing the 250th anniversary berry, and I'm not alone in that. I've loved some of the changes that everybody made. This is Erica Michaels. This was a freebie. There have been some wonderful, wonderful freebies out there. The Blooming Stitcher, she's new. I think she's got her 4th video up. But I think her 2nd or 3rd video, she showed 50 of the free Patriotic stitches that are out there. You need to go check that out, because it's really good. But this is Erica Michaels, the American Berry. And this is where I'm at. I did this on French Country Mocha. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Vintage Country Mocha, 32 count. I bought this fabric from Hollis Hands Creates. She's another YouTuber I like to watch. And so here's where I'm at. I'm getting there. I figure this one will get done and get marked off and get that 2026 little, I'm going to buy some 2026 metal charms, because I want to have them on all the ones that I did finish in 2026. Now, the next ones I've got a pretty good start, and I think these will be getting done too. I really love Primrose Cottage, and so this is the Patriotic Quaker. I think, man, those colors and that, and the way that they've done it is just beautiful. This would probably be, if I sat down for 2 nights, I would have it done and finished. I love the blue in that. I believe it's 930. This is 28 count light to taupe Lugana. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to rush, but my husband said maybe my video was too long last time, so I'm trying to be quick. This is the Little House Needleworks Battle of the Hymn of the Republic. This, oh, when I first saw it, I was like, yes, I have to stitch it. It is on Heroic, I believe 16 count Heroic. And if you've ever stitched on Heroic, you know that it has just a little bit of red and blue throughout it. So I've got the top part pretty close to being done. I've got the flowers, and then I'll do the urn. That has been a fun stitch, and it'll stay out in my pile to get done. The next one is Little House Needleworks 4 Freedoms. Look at that. And I've got a good start on it. It's on Heroic as well, and there's a lot of red in this one. Red and blue shining through. I started down at the bottom. I've got the vine. Well, it's really the middle. I don't usually start at the middle, but on this one I did. But look at that vine, and look at that red and that blue that's coming through. Oh, sorry. I have a thread on there. There you go. That's a good view of it. Yeah. There's probably going to be a rotation of like 8 of these that'll stay out the rest of the year till I get them done, and then I'll pull the next group and then keep pulling and pulling and pulling. The next one is the one that we got at StitchCon. The whole thing was about the history of women, and of course, Heart and Hand, Cecilia did a design. It's called Who We the Women. So you could only get it if you went to StitchCon. I'm sure at a later date she may release this. I don't know. But you could buy all the floss from StitchCon, and I got a pretty good start on it at StitchCon, and I'm going to get back to it because I really like that. My teaching degree is in business and history, so I love history, anything to do with that. I also love that red dress. So I'm ready to hitch my wagon back on this pattern because it's really good. Then, now my board wants to fall. The next thing I have, is another freebie of the October house. It's called Twirl, and I just went on her website and got it. And this is on, I believe it's called, yeah, the thin white pine board, 28 count even weave. And I've got a lot. This will probably just be done in an evening if I just sit down and finish it, because really all I like is the flowers. I don't think that I'm going to put that bottom and top border on it. It just doesn't do anything for me, and I kind of want to just keep it simple. Okay. The next one is, there's 2 on this piece of fabric, and when I go to Branson 2 weeks for a quilt retreat at Sandcastle Hotel, and I am hitting up Cecilia samplers for this to see if they've got any more of this fabric. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's called, I've never stitched on it before. It's Sunflower Fields by Seraphim. And I just bought you know, you never always stop and look at their sale bags, because you can find some really neat things in there. So this one is the Heartfelt Patriot by October House. October House is probably one of my most favorite designers. This is also the one I started in a series with my friends that I made at StitchCon. We do a Wednesday wheel now, and so the first one was start something in a series, so I did, and I got that going, and I like that. I did make a little mistake over in the basket, but I decided not to rip it out and leave it. But see what I'm talking about? All that color, it's just gorgeous for Patriotic. The other one I have on this fabric is We Are Blessed. I just thought this would look so good on this fabric. We Are Blessed. I didn't buy the drum set, and I wish I grabbed it, but on Vino Stitchers, they showed where this lady had found a drum in an Etsy shop, and I'll try to link it, and it's already pre-made, so all you gotta do is make the top. And I was like, that's me, because I can't paint. I'm not a painter, and I would have probably messed that up royally. But this is turning out really good. And once again, I love the colors in this fabric. Probably gonna buy a yard of it. Not got much done, but once again, I think 2 nights of stitching and I'll have that. I'll show you again. I did start, the next week on our wheel was to start something Christmas, and then the next week was to start something with a food on it. So on the other half of this, it's not Patriotic, but I'm doing this stitch that is from Punch Needle and Primitive. So this was my Christmas star, and then it says something with food on it. Well, there's a candy cane that goes right here and a gingerbread man. So I thought, I'm covered. I got that. I am covered all the way. Okay. The next thing I've been working on is the Scarlet House, Patriotic Alphabet. I think on on Too Tall Stitchers, they're starting today, or July 1st, United We Stitch Sal. And so, girls, I'm with you. I'm going to be stitching all kinds of Patriotic, but I noticed that one of you had picked this out as one of your options that you might start on. And here I am. That's where I got. I was working on this at StitchCon and ran out of black, of all things, and just went down here to the letters. But that's a good start. I'm going to be okay on it. I think I'm doing good with it. There's some in here, though. It's going to take me a little while. Now then, the next one is Every Heart Beats True, and it's an Annie B's. And it's this one, Every Heart Beats True. And this one's a fun stitch. I've gotten quite a bit on it, and I just dropped a thread. I'm going to have to grab it, or I will never find it again. And I can't find what I'm stitching this on. It is some kind of gray that I got. I'm sure it's Cecilia's or Shepherd's Needle. But hold on a minute. If I don't pick up that thread, girls, I will be lost later, wondering where it's at and what I did with it. That's the only thing about this. You've got to keep up with your stuff as you're going through, or you'll lose half of it. So apologize for the pausing in between. Maybe we'll get a video sometime where I'm not sweating to death and my hair is not freezing out. The next one is Whistle Stop Stitchers design. I don't have a big start on it. I want to do this. I think this is something that'll be done in a night. It's called Long May She Wave. Thread News has come out with a new t-shirt that has We'll Get Her Done, and it's the same lady theme, and she's got a quilt. So really, all I've gotten done, this is that sky blue again, is her arm. But it's a start, it counts, and I will get back to that one. Like I said, that's probably a 2-night stitch, and we'll be done. All right, let me put these up. They're all over the place. Sorry for the mess. And then the next one, I didn't get a lot on it. I started it and it just didn't speak to me, so I'm hoping it will again, because the pattern did, but the actual stitching did not. This is Toile Flag by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. It's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Let me see if I can get you a better, got a glare. There we go. Not much done. This is just an antique white. Yeah. Antique white that I got from Shepherd's Needle. I need to get in and get serious on this one, because that's more than a 2-night stitch. That's like a several day stitch. I got me a nice little big old basket down here. I'm putting everything in. This is another freebie. It's a Patriotic pin cush. It's a humbug finish. I've never done that. I can show you. This is by Jeanette Douglas Designs, and another freebie. But that's what's called a humbug finish. And so I'm a little farther than I thought I would be. I've got the eagle going. But like I said, that might just be a good sit down one night. I'm terrible. I don't sleep good. I suffer from bad insomnia. So lots of nights I'm up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Lots of nights. Now this one is a stitch that the Cornhusker State Stitchers is doing as a sew along. And I didn't start it. I'd already started it, but I'm going to try to do it with them. I don't have much done, but I do love it. Primrose Cottage. You know, Primrose Cottage just says patriotic. They're just really good at it. But this is the 4th of July. I know a lot of people have seen it. A lot of people have stitched it. And it's just gorgeous. gorgeous stitched separately. It's gorgeous stitched as a big one. This is on 28 count light taupe Lagana, and this is all I've gotten so far. I love the colors in it, and that will be something I get on and get going. Okay, Primrose Cottage again. This was one they said if you started on October 27th and did a star a day, you would be finished by July 4th. And that would be correct if you didn't have 50,000 squirrels like I do. I constantly, oh this, oh that. Anyway, it's the happy 250th birthday, America. I'm so proud of my friend Jeannie. She's my bestie. I told her about this, and she got the pattern, and she worked and she finished hers. She posted on her Facebook page the other day. I forgot to make a comment. I gotta go back and make a comment because she did a really good job. I just don't like the fabric I picked, and I'm going to finish it, but I think I'm going to redo it on something else because my white doesn't show up, and I think it would look better some other way. What do you think? Now, I did go in and make it 50 stars like a lot of people did. So I've got quite a few more stars to make, but I felt like it needed the 50 stars. If you look at the pattern, it doesn't have the 50 stars. So I did go back and I did put that in there. I believe she did too, because we kept seeing it on Facebook. If you excuse me, I'm going to step out of the screen for one moment. I turned my ceiling fan off, but I cannot sit in here. Even though there's air conditioning in this house, you've got to have air moving. So we might have a little flopping glare, and I apologize, but it's just too hot to sit here like this. The next one is My Home Sweet Home by Brenda Gervais. I've seen a lot of people have this stitched. It is gorgeous. I've got a pretty good start on it. I have it on Picture This Plus 18 count Legacy. I think this would be about good 4 or 5 nights of stitching. Now, when I say that, that's probably about 5 hours of dedication at it a night. But I love this house. And I'm going to get back to it because it is such a fun stitch. And it will be done by the end of the year. We'll probably have to do another whip braid at the end of the year to show you everything I've finished. The next one is Threadworks Primitives Patriotic Rose. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And this is just on some white that I had. And I think it's 16 count. So I got a pretty good start. I need to get going on it. Oh, here's a big one. Now this one, there's 2 in here. Once again, they're both Primrose Cottage. This is America, My Home Sweet Home. I think this was one of their boxes. I can't remember, but I'm going pretty good. There we go. I believe this is 14 count Wren, I believe. The next one is their Star Spangled Street. I just love this. I got the White House done. There's a lot more stitching than you think. But there we go. Well, once again, I believe these are all 28 count taupe. I do a lot of their stuff on that. I think that's what they call for mostly on their stuff. And we have another Primrose Cottage. It's called the American Sampler. I just love this one. I think it's so pretty. American Sampler, Primrose Cottage. Now this is 14 count CFL. That's Shepherd Needles abbreviation, so I'm not for sure. I'll have to ask them what that stands for, but that's all I've got done. This needs some time and effort. You know, I always like it when everybody shows all their whips, even if they're only a few stitches in it, because I think it's important. It's work. It's art. Now this is going to be, this will not be done by the end of the year, but it is probably my favorite. And I always stitch the colors. I don't deviate. I'm not brave enough to deviate. But this is called Liberty and Union. It came out in market this year by Annie B's. But on this one, I did switch on the white. I don't like stitching in white, so I decided I would try the Picket Fence. Oops, the Picket Fence by Sampler Threads. I think I will like it. It's just the white house that's going to be done in that. Anything else where it calls white, I will stick with it. And I wasn't for sure about my fabric, but I am liking it now. This is Hazelwood by Fiber on a Whim. It's 16 count. I've got a very little start, but it's a start and I am proud of it. But look at that Hazelwood. Isn't that gorgeous? Wait till I show you on my next video some of the fabric that I got at StitchCon. Oh my Lord. I never saw such beautiful fabric, and I kept, every time I would go back in there to the annex, I'd buy more. I was like, I gotta stop at some point here. I think I showed you this one in my last video. I've not got much more done. I do want to get it done. It's the Liberty Trio by Stitchin' and Stash. Yeah, Stitch and Stash. House of Stitch and Stash. Not a lot. I'm gonna have to figure out what the fabric is. Just the star. Kind of have to kind of get with it on that. I believe this is a Lori Hope fabric barley. Yes, vintage cloth barley. Now, as I told you in my last video, Shepherd's Needle is my local needlework store, and I go to Cecilia Samplers when I get to go to France, and it's about 4 hours away. But I saw this chart several times, never liked it. I liked it, but I thought, I'll never stitch that. And then I saw at Shepherd Needles, they had it finished, and oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Now, I started at StitchCon on a 40 count. That probably wasn't wise to start something like that. It's a 40 count Zygarde Platinum. I started and I said, oh, I can't see. So, yeah, I will put that up. This is another one that will not get done this year. It'll be in a rotation, and I will try to get to it as much as I can. The other, I got a few more. I was telling you earlier, the little scissor fob I did with the eagle. Well, it's from the Primitive Needles and Stitch Punch Needle Needlework. That's where the Teresa Kogut's Creative Whims Lady Liberty is in. This is the 2024 summer issue. The two that I'm going to show you that I started on that are in here, which I thought I had marked, and now I can't find them. There was the scissor fob, and this is the one I'm working on. And this is by, it's called the Patriotic Basket by Crochetto A Go-Go. The other one, this will not get done this year, but I will keep working on it. God Shed His Grace on Thee by Starlight Stitching Co. Both patterns, I've not done much since I saw you last, because I went to StitchCon and I didn't get a lot done. This wasn't something I brought, but that's the top of the flag. It goes down, and this is a Atomic Ranch 28 count Laguna Sky. And the other is being stitched on Ledger by Be Stitch Me, 14 count. Oh, so that was the American flag, and this is the Starlight Stitch Co. The pattern, God Bless America. Still haven't done a lot. I don't think I've done anything since the last video. I'm sorry. That's another one that I'll work on until I can get her done. Lady Liberty. Lady Liberty is probably my most favorite thing to stitch. This is by Needle and Thread. Isn't she gorgeous? This is on Heroic, and it's a 32 count, so it's one of the very rare things I've got on linen. I'm trying to get better at linen. I'm working on it, and but this is where I've got it. I love that. I'm gonna get started on her dress. I'm gonna keep working on it, keep trying to get her done. The other one is another, I got a trend here, Brenda Gervais, and this is Liberty for All. Look at that. Look at that little eagle. Now, my kids' school is the Greene County Tech Eagles, my grandkids, and my daughter teaches there. I did not know there was a brown eagle and just the eagle with the white top. That's our national bird. Well, their eagle is a brown eagle. So I finally found a solid brown eagle. Now, this one is also on the same count, 32 count, sand. And I didn't get a lot done, but this one will be done this year because I've been wanting to have this up. So sorry, not a lot to show there. Just started getting on her outline, but this sand is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I wish I had taken the time and ironed all these. I'm so apologetic. So sorry. One flag, one land. I did start at StitchCon. And like I said, you don't get a lot done at StitchCon. You do a lot of talking and a lot of shopping and moving around, but I try to get some done. And this is another Brenda Gervais from the market. And he is on a lightly salted, not roasted 18 count by Stitch Me Fabrics. And I got a little bit on him, very little. I'll show you. I got part of his coat started. I promise the next time I show you these will have a lot done. But several of you asked for the Patriotic Parade, and I wish there was more to show. And there will be. But who doesn't like patriotic? I mean, happy birthday, America. That's what I wanted to start off with, and I forgot to say that. But this is hands-on design, and this is my working copy. It's God Shed His Grace on Thee. And, well, maybe I will find, is this it? No, I'm not for sure. Oh, golly, don't even know what I'm doing. Here she is. This is on, I always like to get the wording done first if I can. I believe this is on sky blue too, like the other one. Because once I get that done, I like to go on. God Shed His Grace. Beautiful fabric. It's Glacier. It's a 14 count Glacier is what that is. And there's one more in here, and who would thought? Primrose Cottage. And this is an older one. It's called Summer House. I bought it because I love that quilt. You know, I like anything with a quilt on it. And this is just a Hobby Lobby fabric cream, 14 count. But it's stitching up really good on it, I think. Sorry for the needle. There you go. Love that. Love these stars across there. Love it, love it, love it. As a, I was trying to think of the name of the lady that says that all the time, and now I can't keep from saying it. Whip, Sips, and Stitch. Oh, you are yelling her name at me right now. I know you are. Can't think of it. Now, this one I've got quite a bit done. That's another one you need to watch is Whip, Sips, and Stitch. I just love them. They crack me up. They've been friends for a long time. I know their names and I cannot think of it. Anyway, she owns a store, and her friend just stitches such beautiful work. They're both really good. This one is called Whip, Sips, and Stitch. I hate when my brain just quits on me. This is Plum Street Sampler Summer Hill. This one will be done. I'm almost done with it. It is thread, I'm sorry. all I like is getting all of this fill in done. And in here, I did not do the French knots up here. I've got a really pretty button I'm going to put up there. And I didn't do the stars like they did on her dress. I kind of liked it the way it was. But yeah, this one will be finished. Oh, that's my needle, sorry. I don't usually do that, but I just love this. And I will have this framed. It's just gorgeous. You know how there's patterns you get started on, you just go and you go and you go and you just can't stop. Okay, we are just about done. This is another freebie, Samplers and Primitives America. And this is all I've gotten done. It is probably a good one night stitch. This next one is Baskets of Summertime by Brenda Gervais. And I'd like to get it finished, but I'd stop because I don't like the fabric it's on. I don't think it's showing up good. It is Picture This Plus Legacy. And I think I need to, I think that needs to show, or either change that to white. I haven't decided which I'm going to do. But we got two or three left here. This one is the name's not right on top of it, and I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Sorry. Oh, I got cut off. Sorry, guys. It's just A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just on a fabric from Hobby Lobby, but it's not in here. That's odd. I was just working on it. I think that's a whip that I planned, and it's in here. Okay, that's a whip. That's something I planned to get started. This is Doodles, red, white, and blue. And I'm hoping I'll can connect these two videos. This is Picture This Plus Sand. Not much of a start. I got to get on that. And then my last one is two of them. It's With Thy Needle and Thread, again, Where Liberty Dwells. And I got a pretty good start on her dress. This is Legacy again, 16 count. And the other one is The Roof of the House. Well, if I am able to connect these videos, which I hope I am, I've never done that before, so if somebody could tell me how, it'd be great. I did want to talk about some of the YouTubers I've been watching. I've watched Shayla's World, who is someone I met at StitchCon, and she's got her second video out. Hey, Shayla. Stitching Something, I've already met. Sun City Stitchers, I really enjoy them. Just Keep Stitching. They're my all-time favorite. I go to them just when I'm feeling blue and I need a little uplift. I love to watch them. Count on Linens is a new one that I've been watching. Sully Stitches, everyone watches her. Unfinished Stitches. The Sable Stitchers are very enjoyable. They're about like me and quirky things. Teresa Kogut, of course, Tiger Lily is one of my favorites. Handmade by Sarah, she's great. Sarah Stitchery, I like to watch her. She just did her whip parade. And finally, a Farm Girl and Stitching Linda. They're all really good, and I enjoy all of them. Well, I want to wish you the best of the 4th. I hope you celebrate with your family. My plan is to go to Piggott, my hometown, and watch the parade. We've done the parade. It's been done at Piggott for years. I grew up going there. Then I'll come back here. I'm going to watch Independence Day with my granddaughter. Our Collins Theater is having it on. I can't wait because I love Independence Day. And then we are going to go and come back here, have hamburgers, and go watch the fireworks. So whatever you do, I hope you enjoy this 4th. It is a spectacular 4th of July. It's our birthday, our country. No matter what's going on in the world, this is our country. It gives us all the freedoms that we want. And God bless America. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.